Good day. It is actually February the 20th, but I'm doing the, reading for February 15th. Today we're going to be doing John 12, verses 9 through 11, and Proverbs 15. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Begin John 12, starting in verse 9. Meanwhile, a large crowd of Jews learned that Jesus was there, and they came not only because of him, but also to see Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. 10. So the chief priests made plans to kill Lazarus as well. 11. For an account of many of the Jews were deserting and believing in Jesus. So Jesus made some enemies out of the authorities. Mary had just anointed his feet. And meanwhile, a large crowd of Jews had learned that Jesus was there, and they came not only because of him, but because of Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. These are Christ's usual opponents. When it says Jews, usually means his opponents. And they wanted to see him and Lazarus. 10. So the chief priests made plans to kill Lazarus as well. No Pharisees are mentioned. Chief priests is Sadducees. Sadducees do not believe in resurrection. So as long as Lazarus was walking around, it's kind of difficult for them. But the Pharisees might have been included, but excuse me, probably not. Didn't get that paused in time. I'm sorry. Verse 11. For an account of him, many of the Jews were deserting and them and believing in Jesus. They go on believing in Jesus. They continued the process of that. That's what had happened. Proverbs 15. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but a grievous words stirs up anger. Yeah. Here's your order, or here, take it, your order. Do not reply harsh. Gently, softly. Some people might say sugarcoating, but really. 2. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. 3. The eyes of Yahweh are in every place, keeping watch upon the evil and the good. 4. A soothing tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a wound to the spirit. Yes, the tongue can harm or heal, break or mend, give health or sickness, life or death. So, depending on how you use it, the tongue is powerful. And James says that. 5. A fool despises his father's correction, but he that regardeth reproof is prudent. Yeah, if you're told you're wrong when you're wrong and you listen, that's good. 6. In the house of the righteous is much treasure, but in the revenues of the wicked is trouble. You get what you get. 7. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the foolish is not steadfast. 8. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to Yahweh, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. Sacrifice of the wicked. Basically, what you're trying to do is bribe God, because you're not going to listen to him. You're not baying him. You say, here, God, do me a favor. 9. The way of the wicked is an abomination to Yahweh, but he loveth him that followeth after righteousness. God shows you and tells you the correct way. And if you go out of his way, it's an abomination. 10. There's grievous correction for him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. 11. Another world and destruction are before Yahweh. How much more the hearts of the children of men? 12. A scorner loveth not to be reproved. He will not go unto the wise, because he doesn't want to be told he's wrong. 13. A merry heart maketh cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of heart the spirit is broken. 14. In the heart of him that has discernment, seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of fools feedeth on folly. If you're wise, you try to be discerning. Fools, doesn't matter. 15. All the days of the poor are evil, so that he that has a merry heart has a continual feast. 16. Better is a little with the heart of Yahweh than great treasure and turmoil therewith. Yes, being with God is best. 17. Better is a dinner herbed where love is than a stalled ox and hatred there. And better is a small dinner, a salad, where you're loved, than a feast where you're not, and where you're hated. 18. A wrathful man stirreth up discord, but he that is slow to anger appeases strife. 19. The way of the sluggard is as though hedged by thorns, but the path of the upright is even. 20. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish man despises his mother. 21. Folly is joy to him that lacketh understanding, but a man discernment walks straight forwards. 22. For want of counsel, purposes are frustrated, but in the multitude of counselors they are established. Yeah, check around, ask advice. 23. A man has joy in the answer of his mouth, a word in due season, how good it is. 24. The path of the right goes upward for the wise, that he may depart from the netherworld beneath. 25. The Lord Yahweh will pluck up the house of the proud, but he will establish the border of the widow. 26. The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to Yahweh, but the words of pleasantness are pure. Even the thoughts of wickedness are abomination to God. If you want to do a good exercise, look how many times the word abomination is used in Proverbs, especially 15, 21, and 28. Proverbs 15, 21, 28. There's a total of 5 uses in there, which is interesting. 27. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house, but he that hateth gifts shall live. 28. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer, but the word of the wicked poureth out evil things. But the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. That makes much more sense. 29. Yahweh is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. 30. The light of the eyes rejoices the heart, and a good report maketh both fat. 31. The ear that hearkeneth to the reproof of life abideth among the wise. If you accept correction, you will live and be wise. 32. He that refuses correction despises his own soul, but he that hearkeneth to the reproof gets understanding. And 33. The fear of Yahweh is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor goes humility. In order to fear Yahweh properly, you have to know what he is. And when you realize what he is, you realize you ain't nowhere near him. So you have to humble yourself. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you. So do I.